Hey, my name's Justin and welcome back to Counterculture. The Swedish alt-rock band Smash Into Pieces, known for their unique blend of hard rock and clubbing synthwave, have put out 6 albums over the last decade with varying levels of quality. Their first 2 albums were innovative, energetic, and electric, and they proved early on that they were not to be underestimated. Much to my dismay though, their music has taken a turn for the worse in recent years. Their last 3 albums have been major disappointments, lacking both the edge and experimentation that originally made them so noteworthy. However, there may be a neon light at the end of this tunnel, as their newest single, Deadman, hints that the band may be returning to their hard rock origins. If that's the case, Smash Into Pieces may yet still have a chance to return from the dark side and become one of the best modern rock bands of the 2020s. So, let's talk about it. In order to discuss what changes they need to make to return to glory, first, we need to talk about how this band has changed their music in the last 5 years. Smash Into Pieces were on a great track with their first 2 albums, Unbreakable and The Apocalypse DJ, incorporating heavy riffs, upbeat dance beats, epic vocals, and synth-like guitar sounds. You might not think that all of those elements would work well together, but you'd be surprised. Some of their best songs like Crash and Burn and Disaster Highway use all of these aspects to great effect, while other songs just go flat out metal with screaming vocals, double bass, and chunking guitar riffs. For example, Fading, Rockstar, and Burn. Overall, their first release, Unbreakable, is heavy and dark, whereas The Apocalypse DJ starts to lighten things up a little bit. Both albums are great, don't get me wrong, but there is a noticeable shift in the style between the 2 records, and this continues throughout the rest of their music. Had the band kept their style of their sophomore release, I think they would have had a lot of great hits. But like I said before, that is not the case. Their 2017 release, Rise and Shine, marked the band's clear transition into EDM dance rock, and the significant dip in quality of their music that followed can be explained by 3 things. The first of which was the band's decision to replace both their drummer Isaac Snow and their bassist Victor Vidland. Almost half of the band's core members gone in one fell swoop. Now this doesn't automatically spell disaster for any band. Plenty of groups will switch their lineups and still maintain their signature sound, but Smash Into Pieces is different. They brought in a masked figure known as the Apocalypse DJ, basically the band's mascot, to play drums, and didn't replace the bassist. What? Can you even think of a rock band without a bassist? Because I can't. Even 21 Pilots, who are barely a rock band and only have 2 members, still have a bassist. Granted, that guy also plays guitar, keyboards, and he sings, but still, I mean, it's one of the most important instruments to have in any rock band, and they got rid of it. When you listen to Rise and Shine, knowing that the drummer is different and the bassist is missing, the shift in sound quality makes a lot more sense. But that doesn't mean it's any better. In addition to the changes made to the lineup, the band also changed their approach to songwriting. Most of the drum parts are now boring and lackluster, and interesting bass parts are basically non-existent. But most importantly, and I can't even believe I'm saying this as a drummer, the songs don't feature traditional guitar riffs as their primary elements anymore. Instead, they take a backseat to the vocals and are used more like accompanying synths than anything else. The songs maintain this consistent EDM-esque tone, but none of the songs have truly distinct riffs and are only recognizable by their words and their vocal melodies. Now, I know that not all great rock songs are built on guitar riffs, but many are. So the outliers need to be really creative and distinct in other ways to stand out. But that's not the case with Rise or Shine, or with any of the 3 albums that follow it. Their lead singer, and I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name, has an incredible voice with beautiful tone and powerful gravel, and I know that he can write great vocal parts because he's shown us, but his most recent melodies are just repetitive and uninspired. It's like if Adele started singing like Billie Eilish. All of that talent would just be going to waste, and that's exactly what's happening with Smash Into Pieces. Not every band needs to have an amazing singer or artfully crafted vocal lines just to be good. There are only so many bands Miles Kennedy can be in before he starts to burn out. But when your lead singer isn't the best of the best, they can usually make up for it with well-written, thought-provoking lyrics. Would it surprise you if I said that their lyrics have not met that standard lately? Let's do a little comparison so you can see what I mean. Here's the chorus from Another Day on the Battlefield from The Apocalypse DJ. You will bury me in sorrow, leave me no tomorrow. It's another day on the battlefield. Always ending with this feeling, heart in need of healing. It's another day on the battlefield. It's a song about escaping a toxic relationship. It's not super specific and certainly not revolutionary, But the image of a battlefield is quite poetic and effective, and I think it works really well. Now, here's the chorus to the song Bangarang off of their latest album, A New Horizon. We're gonna party in my virtual reality. Baby, it's you and me, Bangarang. We're gonna party till the end of humanity. Sleep is the enemy, Bangarang. Do I even need to say anything? You don't need to win a Nobel Prize for your lyrics. But come on, this is just stupid. And if you haven't heard this song before, go look it up after this video. In context, those lyrics are actually as dumb, if not stupider, than they look on screen, I promise you. All right, I know that I'm probably coming off a little bit harsh in this video, but it's only because I think that Smash Into Pieces has the capacity to pioneer a new era for rock music. The music that they've put out over the last 5 years has been average at best and downright awful at worst. But their newest single, Deadman, proves that they are not a lost cause. Imagine the cowboy gangster vibe of Volbeat mixed with Smash Into Pieces' initial electro rock sound, and you'll have a pretty good idea of what this song sounds like. And doesn't that sound cool? That's because it is. It's certainly not their best song ever, but after the last 3 albums, whew, it's like a breath of fresh air, honestly. They sound like a completely different band. It's great. The lyrics are solid, the vocals are catchy and interesting, and there's an actual guitar riff holding the song together. Yes, there are a lot of electronica style lines as well, similar to their last couple of albums, but that's what made the original Smash Into Pieces different from other bands. They would fuse traditional electric guitar riffs with electro synth to create this unique futuristic vibe. That's their smoking gun, and it's been missing the last few years because of the lack of distorted guitar riffs, but they finally brought it back. Unfortunately, this song isn't perfect, and as a drummer, I gotta pick on the drums in this song. They could have been a lot more involved, especially towards the end. Every instrument is ramping up and building a ton of tension during the last chorus, but the drums just maintain the same spacious stadium beat throughout the whole song. It's effective in small doses like the first time the chorus shows up, but after 3.5 minutes of this same beat, it gets pretty boring. And this has been a common thread throughout all of their recent music, ever since they changed drummers. This Apocalypse DJ guy is fun as a mascot, but it'd be a lot cooler if he whipped out some sick grooves and fills. I want to watch this guy in that ridiculous mask just tear it up on the drum set. That'd be so much fun. This is an area I'd like to see them improve upon, along with adding some more bass parts. Beefing up their compositions in these areas will give their songs a lot more energy and power, and other instruments will be better supported without the need for overprocessing and heavy compression in post. It'll make the overall sound just that much better. All in all, while Deadman is certainly not groundbreaking, it's exponentially better than what's come before it. And if Smash Into Pieces keeps building on this sound, I think it's safe to say that they'll be back to hard rock in no time, and I'm very excited for that. Justin from the editing desk here. After some further consideration and research, I need to clarify something. While most of their recent music has been kind of this dancey EDM, Smash Into Pieces have written a few songs that fit into the hard rock genre. For example, Glow in the Dark from their most recent album is fast-paced, aggressive, and has pretty solid drums and guitars. The only area in which it lacks is the lyrics. They're pretty boring. But when you compare the recording of this song to its live performances, it's completely different. It has so much more energy because the drummer is actually going all out, and they use distorted guitar sounds rather than synths. I think this version is so much better, and it represents the sound that I've been talking about throughout this video. Smash Into Pieces used to make great music like this, that blended EDM with hard rock perfectly. But lately, most of their music has been lacking the hard rock elements, and it's just been EDM. Nonetheless, Glow in the Dark was an improvement, and Deadman shows that they can actually reproduce this sound. Now, they just need to combine all of those elements into the recordings and focus on their hard rock sound, and they'll be headed in the right direction. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps spread the video to a lot more people on YouTube who might want to watch, and it helps me make better content for you to enjoy. I plan on reviewing the next Smash Into Pieces album once it drops, and I'll put that video on screen here if you want to watch it. In the meantime, check out one of these other videos I've made about other modern rock bands. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.